Hello, we are Scamp for Girls,
Girls.
and you are listening to Morgan Richards on Radio Cardiff.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff on 90.7 FM, and I'm very pleased to say that I'm backstage at the Plas Music Venue here in Cardiff. I'm joined by a band who, after everything, are still thinking about you with even more heartbeat pop anthems than ever before. It's of course West London's feel-good million-selling trio. It's the ever so lovely Scouting for Girls.
What a lovely intro.
That was amazing.
What a lovely intro. Love
Never
that.
heard that before.
Yeah. That's great, man.
I'm
Thank
glad you liked it.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Great to be back in Cardiff.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So things are good.
Things
Yeah,
are
good.
amazing, yeah. Well, it's a bit sad, actually, because this is the last day on the tour. And so we've got a few things next week, like promo-wise, but this is the last...
Last night on the bus.
The last night on the bus. It's the last night with the crew. It's the last night with with your crowd and your fans. So it's tinged with sadness, but it's about making a good one tonight.
So guys, really looking back over the last decade, it's been quite an incredible journey for Scouting for Girls. Not only what you've achieved in millions of record sales and chart-topping albums, but gaining a real passionate fan base, always determined to see you live. I'm sure that after everything, it's still a really exciting time to see what happens next and continue making music that you all really love.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic journey for us. Like, it started when we were kids. We were friends for 10 years before we started making music. We made music for 10 years before we got a record deal, and now we're like 8 years since we had a record deal, and people are still coming to see us. It's like, I don't know, it's amazing. We feel very lucky. Yeah, and we, and still really, confident in what we do, and excited about what's going to come next as well. Because actually, it's weird when you get to the end of like an album campaign, the end of a tour, you're like, what the hell are we doing next year? Like literally.
Nothing to promote.
Yeah. So excited, apprehensive. We still have that fire in our belly. Our belly's just a bit larger now. Well, the beer we've drunk over the last 8 years.
I like that.
And you guys have always really been vocal in saying how much you love being in this band and really constantly touring, especially when we just started as the three of you as school friends, just something to do.
Yeah. I think we got into a band to be in a band, like as much as to make music, if that makes sense. It was always like a gang. It was always like pretty much a night out for us. Who'd go down the studio rather than going to the pub, and that was and literally we've carried that on. Yeah.
And with that, of course, back in October, you released your fourth studio record, Still Thinking About You, with it having a real fresh and mature sound than anything before, but an almost older brother vibe to the first record.
Yeah, that's what we sort of described it as, like the older brother to the first record. So like sort of big pop songs on there, but also musically it took its lead from like kind of like that new folk revival that happened a couple of years ago, like No and Well, I Love Them, and Mumford & Sons and Ben Howard. It's kind of pushing in that sort of direction, which I think I kind of see us going in. I'm not sure at the moment. There's a couple of different... When you write an album, you obviously need a key song. Once you've got your key song, we had the key song on the last record, then you write the album around that. And at the moment, there's 2 or 3 key songs. I don't know which direction it's going to go. So it's still
Eurovision.
I think the next album, I love this record because it's a proper album and it sounds like an album, and it's made in the same room, and it's made with the same drum kit, and it feels like an album, and it all works together. And the next thing is going to be exactly the same. I hope as soon as I find a track big enough that I think radio will play it, then we'll do the rest of the album around that. And whether that's like a quite a back to the early days, whether it's like a rock record or an electro pop record, or I don't know, it's going to be fun. R&B, yeah. I wouldn't rule it out. Well, maybe R&B, maybe rap and spoken word. That's probably ruled out. But I don't know. Just keep it interesting.
Pop rap.
Yeah.
Of course, you really took your time this time around to really think things through, focus on writing and expand yourselves further. Do you think this was really important to how the songs ended up?
I think it's for the benefit of the record. I think the record is stronger for it. But it was partly, it just took a long time because we were just really busy. I was like, had some other commitments with other bands which I was writing and producing. We were gigging loads. We did a TV show. We did Greatest Hits. We did a tour of Greatest Hits. So we actually finished this record almost a year ago, probably. Like, we actually recorded it in Wales. Actually recorded it very near. We recorded it in Newport, most of it. And we love Newport. We ended up living in Newport for about a month, really. We had a great time there.
Got a plaque in the Wetherspoons, I think.
Plaque in the weather, yeah. With the amount of breakfast we had there.
It's good.
But yeah, it was nice to take our time with it. And I don't, again, you know, I think we're only going to come back when we've got a song which we think is strong enough, you know, an album strong enough. So I do feel like we kind of cracked what this band is, what people like about this band, and how to do it now. So.
And I actually understand that with the writing, you took almost a new approach and tried to make it as a collection of songs that work together instead of just everything individually that you'd really never done before.
Yeah, because usually the first album, it was just there. It was like, it's weird. You don't ever set out to write an album on your first album. You just pick the best songs, which we've been playing for like 10 years. Second record, we just wrote loads of songs, and it was the best songs we had. Third record, exactly the same, but it was a long, drawn-out process with record labels and everything. Like, so the album.
Other stuff really got in the way of that album. And it was a great album as well.
It's got some good songs on it, but it's not. I don't think it's a great album. I mean, it's got some wicked songs on there, but it's not. It's not a cohesive album, and it's the fact that there was so many A&R people involved, management involved, and
How many studios did we do?
there's 10 studios, 6 different producers, 6 different countries. It was like 3 years. It was nonsense, really, and it kind of really sort of derailed the band for a while. And after that, we kind of split with our old management and with the old record company. We Sony did a greatest hits, but
That's my favourite. It's got all the best ones. Still my favourite.
It's the only one you like.
Yeah.
yeah. So this one, yeah, I'm really proud of this record. This is my favourite record at the moment. It's got some of my favourite songs we've ever done on it. So.
And while we've mentioned the self-titled record, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but it truly just was the perfect debut you guys could have released, really exploding freshly onto the scene. I'm sure that time in particular was quite surreal when everything just happened so early and so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. Don't really remember half of it. Because everything was like the first time we went to a studio, first time we ever did like a proper gig with like production.
First time we did a radio show, first time we did a TV show, first time we did an interview, first time we did a photo shoot. It was all mental.
Yeah.
Like in that we did about 200 shows on that first album, 7 tours, over 200 shows. Yeah. Like played to about 1 million people all in. We had 3 top 10 records, a #1 record. Like it literally. We loved every minute of it. We still do, but and you can see it as the videos go on and on. We get fatter and more ill-looking because we've just drunk so much and had stayed up so late and travelled so far. It's a really good time. So I have really fond memories of everything that went on there. And and I think, we've kept a lot of the people who we've sort of picked up along the way who still come out and tour with us now, which is like a really nice thing. I think we really appreciate it. You know, the first couple of years, I mean, we still really appreciate it because we've worked in rubbish jobs for 10 years. But now as it goes on, we're just loving it.
And just recently, you've released a special Christmas EP for your single "Christmas in the Air Tonight," full of original tracks and covers for the festive holidays. Yeah. Is this something you've just always wanted to do because you've always really been active around the holidays?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just a bit fun and ridiculous, really. We got a song called "Christmas in the Air Tonight," which we did a video for and done a single because it wasn't an intentional Christmas song. Like when it started, it was just a really good tune. And then I started writing it about like a Christmas light switch on in our hometown when we were about 16, like 20 years ago. And the song just kept getting better and better. And the more we put into it, then it turned into like, I had this chorus, the Christmas chorus. And I thought, well, actually, this is really like a really beautiful song, and it's a Christmas song. It's a good. I'm really proud of it. I think it's a really great Christmas song. So but it's a bit ridiculous releasing a Christmas single at the same time. And we spoke to people, and everyone's going, well, it's probably the best song on the record. That's probably
One word, Slade. Exactly.
So yeah, so we did it, and then we repackaged the album. So now, if you buy the album on iTunes, it is cheaper if you buy the Christmas one, and then you get all the deluxe tracks from the first record. Plus, we did a Christmas EP, which has got 3 Christmas songs on there, original ones, and then a slightly dodgy cover of Silent Night. Just putting it out there, it's not very good, but it's quite funny, you know.
And guys, just one more quick thing now before you go. Of course, as we mentioned, you've been extremely busy with the latest record and the Christmas EP, but what really does the future hold now for Scouting for Girls, and what can we expect for you in 2016?
I think it all depends. If we get Christmas #1, we're going to retire in Barbados.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen now, so we'll probably be putting out another album. No, we're going to do, we're going to hopefully, I want to release Home, which is, I think, the best song we've ever done, which is on the album next year. And then there's another song on the album called Bad Superman, which everyone loves, and I'd love to do a video for that up to the festivals. Do as many festivals as we can, and then start thinking about next year and like another tour. You know, it's nice that, you know, you've got to leave a bit of time between, you know, tours. I think we might do something next Christmas as well. It depends.
Something small.
Yeah, we couldn't do like a full tour, but we're definitely. I love touring at Christmas. It's so much fun. You know, everyone's in a really good mood. You've got the Christmas markets out in each city, and so I think we're always going to do something.
Christmas market tour.
Yeah.
That's not bad, actually. Yeah, we're going to do something at Christmas, I think, from now on, and then, you know, wait until we find a record strong enough to put an album around. Really.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers, guys, for taking time out to have a quick chat with me.
Well,
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
No worries. Best of luck now with everything in the near future, and hopefully we can catch up with you guys again very soon.
Thank you.
Right, cheers.